All right, well, this is going to be my co-stream, my official co-stream of the Future Games Show Summer Showcase 2025. You're going to want to skip ahead by about 30 minutes if you're watching this later. Also, if you're watching this later, you're probably going to have a lot of sections get muted. Time and time again, these companies use copyrighted music. I don't have any control over that, unfortunately, so I just end up having to mute those sections because it demonetizes the video. And, yeah. So we've got some, yeah. I saw the ESRB rating for Yote. Yeah. It sounds like we're going to get to see some booty cheeks, just like we saw in Tsushima. So what's good, Hex? What's good, everybody? Welcome on in. Frayed Voyager, how are you? I know this is a little bit of a different day. Now, tomorrow will be more of a traditional day for us. I'm actually going to start around probably like 9 and just do waiting room all the way to the Xbox Showcase. I don't think I'm going to break out and do a separate stream for the Outer Worlds 2 Direct. We'll just keep streaming, and then we'll probably watch PC Gaming Show with members. I'm not really interested in doing that publicly. I went back and looked, and we always get terrible results. Han shot first, and so did you. Even on a Saturday, you guys are coming in hot. And those 2 singles from Stone Spire and from Joker Quinn, thank you guys so much. We're now 5 away. We are now 5 away. All right, so now I can go full screen here. There we go. Whew, appreciate you guys, everybody that tuned in last night. I hope you had a great time. I streamed for like 14 hours yesterday from about 9 in the morning until, whatever that was last night when we ended. I don't know what time it was, 11:30 or whatever. Huge leak, Resonance of Plague Tale Legacy announcement leaked. Oh, nice. Are streaming tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow will be a long day. 14-hour marathon stream was crazy. Yeah, it was a lot of hours. Lot of hours. And we will go live tomorrow and probably stream all day as well. We'll just be live all day tomorrow because I'll do the waiting room up into the showcase with Xbox. Then they'll do the Outer Worlds thing after. And then after that, I think there's something even before the PC Gaming Show, maybe? I don't know. We'll just probably end up going to members for the PC Gaming Show because I went and looked, and we always get terrible results from covering that publicly because I just don't think anybody cares. But we definitely want to, watch it all together. It was a good time last night with me. Yeah, some of you guys are really good at Mario Kart. We played a lot of music as well, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope most of it's not repeats Summer Game Show. That was a heck of a mid-year for. I actually thought Summer Game Show, the kickoff with Keeley, I thought was great. I don't know why people were so down on it. It was like, what was it, like 55 announcements, 55 games and or announcements. And there were some big ones in there. I don't know. I just think it faltered a little bit near the end. And I think sometimes that's all people remember. Like, you forget just how many things they talked about. Try to go crazy. Guys, with the likes. Get us started, because Saturdays are really weird for us to stream. So thank you for the people who are obviously watching over there on YouTube. I'm sorry, on Twitch as well. Very, very different for us to be live like this on a Saturday. Best show I can remember with Keeley. Yeah, I thought it was great. I did not understand at all why people were so down on it. 55 announcements, and it was most of the show. I mean, were big announcements, big games. I thought it was great. So Maddie didn't seem to like it too much, but he's always weird about ads at those types of shows. I didn't even feel like the ads were that bad this time around. Like, sometimes it's like, it gets a little old. It's like the same cringy, credit card or PC, thing that they did the one year. The showcase was pretty good yesterday. RE9 is now one of my most anticipated games of next year, besides GTA 6. So do you think Death Stranding 2 will be on Xbox day one? No, it's a PlayStation exclusive. They've made that very clear. That will not be on Xbox for probably, I would think, a minimum of a 1 to 2 year period. Yeah, that's a PlayStation exclusive. There wasn't a holy crap, no way moment. I mean, I don't know if that's I don't know if that's possible, though. Like, I don't know. When we know so much and the year's so full, a lot of what you're going to see is release dates or gameplay of things you've already heard about. I think for a lot of people, Resident Evil 9 was a big showstopper. So what's good, Fireblade? When does Xbox do their showcase? Tomorrow, like what, 1 o'clock Eastern? I have a theory that because it's an American show, the majority of the vocal audience who are American didn't see the types of games they were expecting. Oh, you checked out the Mio demo. Is it good? What's good, Ice Queen Gaming? Yeah, I mean, that happened with the PlayStation State of Play for sure, because people that are like really into Japanese games and fighting games were super pumped at the end of the PlayStation State of Play. And then a lot of people were just like, that was lame. They didn't like it. You know what I mean? A lot of people's oh crap moment was Splitgate 2 Battle Royale. That's not that Splitgate 2 does not seem to be doing well within the public realm of public opinion. Apparently they have like really expensive microtransactions thing, and people thought it was kind of low class to take a shot at Call of Duty. I don't know. The hat became a focal point because it said make FPS great again or whatever. I don't know. I just think that doing like the super macho cocky thing didn't think it played that well. So everybody has their different opinions about it, but I don't know that the public opinion circuit did not think too highly of what he did. I love the State of Play and then Summer Game Fest yesterday. Both shows I thought were pretty good and delivered several games that I'm looking forward to. I'm always curious what's the ideal that people are arguing against. I don't know what the ideal is. I've always watched these showcases and State of Plays, and it's like, if I'm critical, I have an ideal that I criticize it against. I verbalize the ideal. I just think a lot of people do the whole, it was mid, it was boring, there was nothing big. And I'm like, okay, that's like very generic as a criticism. Like, what do you mean? Like, how are you classifying these as not big? I don't know what you would classify as not big. And part of the problem is when a bunch of big names are going to be there, a lot of games might sit out. Like when that like Death Stranding 2 is going to be there, because that was announced like ahead of time, that could maybe hinder involvement. I don't know. You think Starfield will get announced for PlayStation 5 tomorrow? I don't think so. I really, really don't think. I really, really don't think that's the time that they would announce something like that. They would, in my estimation. Who are you playing as in Resonance? Oh, are you playing as the girl from... It looks like it might end up being more combat focused. She has a frickin' sword. I would imagine that the Xbox showcase is going to primarily focus on new things. Big new announcements. Not like, hey, this game that's been out for a while is coming to PlayStation. Do you see what I'm saying? I just don't think it's the time or the place for it. Does this show get big reveals? Future Game Show usually has some pretty good stuff. It's not there won't be any bombshells. There's usually no bombshells, but it's just a really, really solid show. I've always walked away from these and felt like, okay, that was worth doing. We don't get the greatest results and turnout because it's like a Saturday, but I've always enjoyed them, so... Still holding on to the slim hope of Elder Scrolls 6 tomorrow, but that feels more Game Awards to me. There's no reason to show Elder Scrolls 6 tomorrow. Check out Fallen Tier the Ascension from today's woman-led showcase. Fallen Tier the Ascension. Okay. I'm looking at it here in Steam. Metroidvania. RPG. Art style looks cool. Similar to Blasphemous. Similar to Hollow Knight. Is this a multi-plat? Yeah, it looks like it's going to be on all platforms. Coming soon, so no release date. That looks good. Oops, let me wish list. Well, hang on. Yeah, I'll wish list. Oh, it already is on my wish list. Yeah, I must have already seen something about it before because it's already on my wish list. Guys, I can't see those heart bits that you do. I appreciate you doing them. Infamous Genie. I'm not sure. I guess everybody took part. I appreciate it. They don't show up in my combo chat, so I don't see them. Maybe Light No Fire. No, I don't think Light No Fire will be at this event. Sean Murray would probably do something with Jeff Keighley. I imagine Light No Fire is probably going to be at the Game Awards again. Xbox Showcase, I hope we get a good dormant Activision Games announcement. That's not Call of Duty. Yeah, the Xbox Showcase is probably going to kick off and open up with the Call of Duty 2025 announcement. That would be my guess. So, I was shocked about the Marvel PlayStation fighting game. I didn't think PlayStation would do this. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty big win for them. Yeah. No chance of Yote Bait 2? No, you're probably safe, Predator. There will be no second round of bait for Yote. Yeah. Looks like Hell Is Us is going to be at this event. I just saw it pass by on the right. Maybe Jurassic Park. Oh, that scary game. It's got like numbers in the name. I forget it. 8808 or something like that. Future Game Show usually has very, very steady cadence. They'll do some silly jokes here and there, but overall it doesn't have any of that like attempt at humor cringe. You know, some of the outfits, it's like I think they like being cringy. You know, did you hear that Mind's Eye leaked? In what way did it leak? Summer Game Fest really dropped the ball with the bombardment of trailers for games already released or releasing in literal days. The drawn-out Dune MMO trailer was the worst. Yeah, but there were 55 announcements, brother. I don't feel like the pacing was anything that you could really criticize for the Summer Game Fest kickoff. 55 announcements, and you're saying it was games already released? What are you talking about? What games were already released that you felt like took up too much time? Especially considering early access for like an MMO doesn't really count. And some of it were commercials, you know. Some of it was commercials. Matt Mercer and Laura Bailey hosting. So you'll stomach it. They always get great hosts. Yeah. They always get great hosts. Guys, make sure and smash the like button over here on YouTube. We could scrap this together and make this a good stream, but we got to get that like count up. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Aaron Greenberg already stated to lower your expectations. No, he did not. People are really misrepresenting what he said. He said, you know, in hyping it up, don't overdo it. Like, I think he was saying, you can hype it up, just don't go too crazy. Like, I don't think he was saying, temper your expectations, it's going to be a pretty boring showcase. I think people are misconstruing what he said. Like, the phrasing is really important there. I think people were hyping it up. Phil Spencer hyped it up. Satya Nadella hyped it up. And Aaron Greenberg was like, listen, you know, in hyping it up, you know, just don't go overboard. He wasn't saying to, like, not be excited. Will you stream tomorrow? Pretty much all day. Yeah, I'll start in the morning. We'll do a waiting room. And then we'll do Xbox Showcase and then PC Gaming Show. I feel like there's something tomorrow after the Outer Worlds Direct. I feel like, I don't know. I think it's just getting harder and harder for the events to surprise people. I do think people need to start to adjust their expectations. A lot of the events are going to be new looks, new trailers, new gameplay, and release dates of things you already know about. It's literally impossible to do a showcase or an event without that being there. And again, that's what people want. Like, you're in the minority if you show up to an event and you're like, I want everything to be new. A lot of people are like, no, I'm excited to see more of X, Y, and Z. They're glad to see more. That's going to be tomorrow, the gameplay. Going to cover Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Oh, that's late tomorrow, brother. I'm not covering that. That's at like 11 o'clock at night or something crazy. What's usually shown at this showcase? This will be a barrage of games. It's usually just nothing but games. Indie titles, AA titles. There'll be some big ones that they usually get some big games to show up. Is Death Stranding show before or after Xbox? It's like really late at night. I don't think I'm going to be covering it. The Xbox show is like in the middle of the day. I was surprised by how many Steam-only games are announced at Summer Game Fest. I'm not a PC gamer, so the games don't interest me. Well, somebody said that, and at the time they said, oh, it's been mostly Steam games, and I counted it up, and it was like they had gotten to like maybe their 24th announcement, and 18 out of the 24 were multiplats. So there were only like 6 games in the bunch that were Steam only. And some of that's because of the early access, some of that's because of demos and stuff like that. But I think there was a cluster of them, and I think it gave people like a real false notion. It was not the overwhelming majority of the games shown were not only on Steam. Because like I said, we got to like 24, and people were like, man, it's been nothing but Steam games. I'm like, what are you talking about? It was like 18 had already been announced for all platforms, and 6 of the 24 were Steam only. That's not that many. We're also, I think, continuing to enter into an era of they like to use early access, and it's easier to do that on Steam. It's kind of like Grounded, but with rogue robots. What game are you talking about? Not too many Switch 2 stuff either. Yeah, I think Nintendo and Switch 2, I think they're going to be really muted this week. I don't think... Oh, Infinitesimals. I don't think that they're needing or wanting to market that much right now. I don't think they are. I think the Nintendo Switch 2 did so well, they're going to save all their marketing for whatever they consider being like the next wave. They're going to just let their games do what they do, you know. It's estimated they sold like 3 million Switch 2s in a single day, which will be the biggest. That'll be a record for all. For right now, that would be the record for single day hardware like console launch. So, the only thing that I've not enjoyed is we've been playing Mario Kart. And I don't like the fact that, like, you can't do the Grand Prix through the internet. I don't get that at all. I can play the Grand Prix with 4 players, but I got to play split screen. So I don't understand why I can't play the Grand Prix through a local connection. Like, I can make a room and pull everybody into it, and they won't let me do the Grand Prix. And I'm like, why? We can't have everything leak and have a bunch of new stuff that you've already known about. This is why I support Sony not speaking until they're ready. No one had Marvel Tokone on their bingo card. Yeah. Yeah, Marvel Fighting Souls being a genuine big surprise was a big moment for their event. You think the Nintendo launch was lackluster or amazing? I think it was fine. I mean, people are upset about the lack of launch titles, but they did the exact same thing with the Switch 1. They had like no launch titles. The Switch 1 was like Zelda and that 1-2 Switch game, which was like a mini game kind of gimmick game. And everything else, like it was like a handful of third-party games. Like the Switch 2's launch is so similar to Switch 1. Like I don't think people realize that this is how Nintendo operates. For anyone who still wants to get a physical copy of Expedition 33, GameStop is now taking pre-orders. Oh, really? There's 3 Switch 2 launch games. Yo, Moody, with 38 months in a Member Plus, want to use this as my chance to ask about your thoughts on the Cube, Munfish's FPS MMORPG. I missed the stream yesterday. It certainly has potential. Number one, I think as a concept, it has potential. I don't know about their chops in that realm. Like, I know they built like a competent shooter. Like, Atomic Heart had to get some patches initially, and then it got into a more respectable place. But I don't think Atomic Heart landed particularly strong with the users. I feel like it has an 82% overall on Steam. PlayStation Store, it has a 4.1, so an 82. So its score is fine. It's not bad. It's just not particularly strong, which I think is okay. So, like I said, they built a competent shooter, and people seem to like it. But I don't know about that world and that environment working for an MMO. I also don't know about their chops. Like, do they have the ability to support, like, something like that, What was the Capture the Flag game? What was it called? Like, The Last Flag or something like that? I agree that'll have a short lifespan. Yeah, the thing that I was thinking about the whole time is when they showed all the characters, I was like, man, this would make for a great PvE romp, where you play with your buds and you go on missions and get stuff, and, the characters looked really, really cool, but it's like, that ain't gonna last as a live service game. It's dadgum Capture the Flag. It looked fun. Yeah, it looks like a game that you'd play for like a weekend with your buddies and completely forget about it. I'm not really sure what they would expect. Yo, a VIP. Thank you so much. That is so generous. A brand new membership. Those count as 2, by the way. When it's brand new and you guys do VIP or Member Plus or you upgrade, I appreciate that very much. Welcome on in. Welcome on in, Viking. Predator says that's my wife. Oh, well, welcome in. A lot of PvP live service games have fallen into the trap of making a mode rather than a full game. You love the mixtape game? Yo, Stone Spire. I know what Stone Spire is going to do. He's going to take this one away from you, Twitch. He wants that milestone of 1475, and he gets it. He gets it. I now owe you guys 5 members. Why can't I gift members? I still can't gift members in the docked chat. It won't let me. I gotta go out to the main page. Restart the member goal. Friday already happened, so today and tomorrow should count towards the next week's goal. No, I mean, look how close you guys were. You know what I mean? We're gonna end up hanging out tomorrow in members. So if you guys do a bunch of crazy crap today and hit a bunch of milestones and goals, tomorrow when we're hanging out for the PC gaming show with members, I'll play some more of the music. I'll let y'all keep rocking. Honestly, everyone likes what they like, but for the price of Switch 2, you could buy a PS5 digital and get so much more for your money. I mean, that's completely subjective. It is a very, very good handheld, brother. Imagine somebody who travels a lot. Your recommendation would be terrible for them. They could be playing their Switch 2 on airplanes and enjoying Tears of the Kingdom, Mario Kart, Breath of the Wild, a host of really amazing games that are going to run better and look better. It's a really good handheld, man. Like, I just think people are really underestimating that part of it. You know what I mean? Your friend shows you that game in handheld mode and like he's playing like Zelda or something. I'm telling you, man, people are gonna, that thing is gonna be in high demand for the duration of its life cycle. Yeah, I have my Switch 2, yeah. I already streamed Mario Kart public and last night with the members. I wonder, considering Laura's hosting and the last time she hosted this event, they showed off Stray Gods, which she was in. I'm curious if Dispatch will get shown again because she's in it. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm far more interested in the Switch 2 because I travel a lot. Yeah. I mean, again, you go to cultures that aren't home a lot, and they're more gaming on the go, and they're on trains and trams and public transportation. The Switch 2 is amazing for them. Picked Returnal back up. I kept dying to dumb crap in Biome 2. Oh, you keep dying to dumb crap in Biome 2. Biome 2. Oh, yeah, Biome 2. Yeah, you shouldn't be dying in Biome 2. If you beef up in Biome 1, Biome 2 is kind of free. Well, no, I take that back. Those really fast guys that teleport, they can wreck your dreams. Everything else is pretty easy in Biome 2 if you beef up. But the guys with like the sword, they can ruin your day. They are kind of annoying. Yo, what's good, Feed? I see you in the chat. Speaking of handheld, I can't wait for the obvious Steam Deck 2 OLED at some point with more power to play more games that are unsupported on the original deck. You're stuck in Biome 2 as well. If you're the teleport guys got me a couple of times, but I keep dying from just not paying attention and falling in holes and fighting mini bosses. Yeah. If you ever stall out on a biome, my recommendation is push yourself in the biome before. So in this case, it would be Biome 1. I would push yourself in Biome 1 to do literally everything. Just do everything. And then skip the boss. You do not need... Don't go fight the boss. Fighting Frike is a waste of time if you can teleport to Biome 2. So if you've beat Frike, do literally everything in Biome 1. Get as strong as you can. Strongest weapon, best weapon, you know, all that. And then go to Biome 2. I think what ends up happening is people create their own flat tires in that game. Your impatience gets to you. And you basically end up in Biome 2 faster than you probably should. And you're hampered and you're handicapped. And then you die again. I'm not saying that's what you're doing. I'm just saying my recommendation is always pump the brakes, take a breather, and just go nuts in Biome 1. Tell them to try Biome 3 pre-nerf. Yeah, for real. Yo, it's good, Dirge. Thank you guys for already getting us to 100 likes, man. Strong turnout. Let's set our sights on 200 likes. We get a little bit of a lighter turnout when we stream like this on Saturday, but we can turn this into something. We can definitely turn this into something. Can't wait for Death Stranding 2 to come out. It's almost here. It's almost here. I've got work to do. I got to get through Expedition 33 before Death Stranding gets here. I took a break. I'm going to clear Biome 1 again, except the boss. Good advice. Yeah, fighting Frike's not a great idea at this point. It's not a great idea because all he's going to end up doing is probably chunking through some of your, valuable health, and he might even take away your spaceman if you've got a spaceman at that point. You know what I'm saying? You want to strut into Biome 2, stack to the rafters, maybe even have your little spaceman statue so you can come back to life. There's no sense in wasting any of that on Frike. He's fun. And, I always have a little bit of an ego. I don't like skipping him. I like killing him, but... The fact that Kojima partnered with Guerrilla is crazy. Well, he partnered with them because Decima's their engine. Guerrilla has... It's not Guerrilla Productions, it's Guerrilla Games, I think. They built one of the best engines in the industry. You won't put it down once you get to Act 2. I've heard that's the turning point, so... Yeah. It was all Mario Kart today with the kiddos. We had a lot of fun with it. There's something about the new Mario Kart and the Pro Controller, the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro Controller. It just feels so good. The turning, the feel of the game... It just feels wonderful. I think the controller has an effect as well. That controller feels excellent. It's just such a nice controller. There's something so smooth about that game with that controller. Just beat the game a couple of weeks ago myself after being stuck for forever. Once I broke through that wall, I one-phased the last 3 bosses. It felt great. Even more hype for Saros. Wait, what do you mean you one-phased the last 3 bosses? Do you just mean you got them on your first try? That's what happened to me. The first time I got to the Biome 3 boss, I beat him. First time I got to Biome 4 boss, I beat him. And then same with Biome 6. Biome 5 doesn't really have a boss. Oh, you mean first attempted? Okay. I was like one phased. I was like, I know an awful lot about Returnal. I've never heard of that. Like skipping phases or something. I was like, what the frick? Did you say it was a PC gaming segment tomorrow? Yeah, I don't think Steam OS would do an announcement at that. I don't know. It's not a very big show. Its viewership's usually pretty bad. Horizon 3 with no cross-platform and only focus on the PS5. You think Steam would? I don't know. Well, they've not said you keep everything you've collected, Rhett. Saros is going to have permanent upgrades and permanent progress, which you get that in Returnal as well. It's just less obvious.
Please welcome your hosts, Laura Bailey and Matt Mercer.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Future Game Show Summer Showcase. My name is Laura Bailey, though you probably know me best as Abby Anderson in The Last of Us Part 2, or as one of the cast members from Critical Role.
Indeed. And I'm Matt Mercer, the man behind many video game chaos merchants, such as Like a Dragon's Mad Dog Majima and Ganondorf from Tears of the Kingdom. But if it's a Thursday night, I also moonlight as Critical Role's debonair dungeon master, where Laura tries her best to test the very limits of my abilities and sanity.
And you love it. But we're here today joining forces for a very different reason. Exclusive video game trailers, and lots of them.
Indeed, and like a whole bunch of world premieres, deep dives, and developer presentations. It's frankly an irresponsible amount of video game news that will be beamed directly into your brains for the next 90 minutes, so buckle up.
Don't make it sound so scary. This is gonna be fun. Just keep in mind that if you want to wishlist any of the cool games in today's show, then you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show's Steam page.
Indeed, and once the show's over, there'll be plenty of follow-up coverage on GamesRadar.com and the Future Game Show YouTube channel.
Well, I think that's all of the housekeeping out of the way. So let's kick things off with our very first world premiere.
Zafar, pull up NavTech.
Just a sec. Got it.
Taki. We gonna find out about your Kopang right quick, okay?
Just want to do him justice. Stuck his neck out for us. Least we can do is get him out alive.
We've got big enough guns to make justice, all right?
Oh, Michael. To a man with a hammer, just about everything looks like a nail.
In for show. Time to say oh yeah with our hammer.
Missile range in 1 minute.
Brace yourselves. We're going for a spin. Zafar, did you get a signal?
After the large haul down this corridor, they shut down this part of the facility.
What the heck? Is that me or
Long
is that...
time before our arrival.
Fine.
Let's deal with those guys first.
They shut down the site.
Wait! Hold on, I'm coming! I'll cover you. The bird up high shall be thine eyes.
What the hell happened here?
Hey, buddy.
Glad you're still breathing.
Nice. That looks like it could be great.
What a way to start the show! The Expanse Osiris Reborn is an action RPG crafted in Unreal Engine 5, where you can immerse yourself in the universe of the beloved TV series. Make sure it's on your wish lists.
Sounds pretty awesome. And we're treating you to another world premiere right now and swapping sci-fi for fantasy in the process. So let's take a look.
That was a good start to the show.
I used to swear by my father's oath. To protect the wards is to protect our people. And if it claims our lives, what's one life lost for the sake of the many?
And now, what do you swear by today?
The only one that matters is my brother. And I will kill the people who took him from me.
Rin, take my hand!
I hear not the clamor of conquerors. Pestilence must be purged.
Your father was right about one thing. The wards are breaking. And should we fail, it may spell another end.
Echoes of the End this summer multiplat. That looked awesome. That was like Forspoken and God of War had a baby.
We're thrilled to reveal Echoes of the End, a narrative-driven fantasy adventure coming later this year.
But the fun doesn't stop there. Here's another world premiere.
It's important to note that this is your very first look at the game, but from what I can tell, there's evil residing in these woods.
An isolated cabin in the woods. What could possibly go wrong? That was your first look at Whispers in the Fog.
It's a psychological horror game from a supremely talented solo developer. Be sure to give it a wish list if you like what you see.
And next up, we've got a trailer for an open-world action RPG based on the beloved anime, The Seven Deadly Sins. Let's check it out.
I'll be right back. We saw this yesterday.
The Seven Deadly Sins Origin is coming soon to PC and PS5, but you can pre-register now at 7origin.netmarble.com.
Okay, it's time to learn about what's coming in Season 7 of free-to-play Destructo shooter, The Finals. Let's take a look.
Welcome to the future of the Finals! The pressure's...
Where have you been? Then just stick around.
And not that you need any more reasons, but it's time to move on and talk about hurdling, a shepherd simulator with a whole lot of soul. Let's find out when you can get your hands on it.
Okay. Wait, what happened? What happened while I was gone? They jumped through a trailer? Hurdling.
Hurdling launches later this year, but you can try guiding those adorable calicorns right now by downloading the demo, which is out now on Steam. What's next, Laura?
Sleep Awake, which is anything but cute. It's a first-person psychedelic thriller that explores the realm between slumber and death. This game is helmed by Corey Davis of Spec Ops, The Line, and Robin Fink of Nine Inch Nails.
Oh, let's take a closer look then.
I cannot sleep. I cannot sleep. I must not sleep.
Come along. This way. You're not ignoring me now, dear, are you? This is all perfectly natural.
I am awake!
Resisting the inevitable comes at a cost.
Give me your idea.
Sleep Awake is coming soon, so drop it on your wish lists.
We've got a developer presentation for Eric Solm, The Stolen Dream, up next. It's a cinematic isometric stealth game set in the year 1900.
Oh, isn't that the year you were born?
I am a few months younger than you, Laura.
I don't think so. No.
I must find her.
He's alive, God.
Before he does.
Eric's Home is a game set in kind of a fantasy version of the early 1900s, and it has a Scandinavian theme style to it. I would describe it as a stealth puzzle game with a very strong emphasis on story, where you play up to 3 playable characters that you switch between, and they have their own special abilities that you need to use together to kind of solve situations and puzzles in a kind of interlaced way where everyone's involved.
It's in this setting of a Scandinavian nature, which not only resonates with me, but with the rest of the world because it's so unique. It's always nice to see something new that people can relate to.
So I've worked a lot with like lighting and 3D rendering, cinematic lighting, stuff like that. So Anders showed me the rendering of one of the movies. It just floored me. I thought it was so beautiful. Then he said, okay, so Theo, what I want from you is I want you to make this look even better.
We play tested the game a lot, and what people usually say is that it feels like I'm playing a movie, but in a great way. River End Games was based on the idea that if you have the right mix of people, then perhaps a really small team can still make something that's actually pretty cool.
How is this made by 16 people? Like, why is this quality so high?
A little now and then I sit down in the couch and I just enjoy a fresh build. The story just gets to perform. You're just drawn right in. It's a magical feeling.
I'm really excited for players to just discover this world. Eric's Home is coming to Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, and Epic Games Store. And we have an exclusive trailer that we're about to show you that will reveal the release date. I hope you enjoyed.
Nice. Yeah, I remember this game. The cutscenes are unbelievable. They're unbelievable. No way! Holy crap! That's gonna storm into the Game Awards.
Thank you so much to our friends at River End Games for that window.
Homies, that's gonna storm into the Game Awards this year.
And PS5 on July 15th.
So go wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store. All right, now we've got a new trailer for a cel-shaded shooter with gameplay inspired by the Stalker series. Here's the latest trailer for The Explorator.
It was called Eric's Home. It's spelled ERIKSHOLM. Eric's Home. This looks dope. What's this? I told you, dude. Future Game Show brings it. Bubble Bobble? The Explorator.
The Explorator is launching into early access today, so go check it out on Steam and support the developers on the road to launch.
Constance is up next, a Metroidvania where you wield the power of a paintbrush to escape a decaying inner world.
I've got this on my wish list. Constance is, I follow them on Twitter. This game looks great. Really good art style. Hey, nice. Oh, that's right. That's why I didn't do the wishlist radar thing.
Constance is coming to PC on November 24th, but there's a demo available on Steam if you want to go give it a go after the show.
Those of you who have tuned in before will know that during the Every Future Game Show, we create a trio of deep dives into some of the most exciting upcoming games. Our ones to watch, you could say.
First game we're tackling for the summer showcase is Titan Quest II. Now, fans have been waiting since 2006 for a sequel to Iron Lore's cult classic action RPG, and the good news is, it's right around the corner.
So let's dig into the details with the help of Grimlore Games.
Tell us the whole story. Tell us about hope.
Titan Quest II is kind of your Diablo-esque action RPG, but it's set in ancient Greek mythology. You really can immerse yourself in what you associate Greece with. You'll be fighting these mythological monsters, some of which we came up with ourselves, some of which are from Titan Quest I. Greek mythology also has become very much part of pop culture in the last 2 decades. Some other games have had great success with this, and we thought that we have this great IP on our hands, why not use it? In Titan Quest II, you'll be playing as a rather unknown hero character. You're not really a hero yet. You're honestly just training to be a capable fighter. You have a master called Aristono. She's from Sparta and used to be a priestess of Nemesis, as you'll find out later. You will build up your own worth over time as you prove yourself in front of the gods. Gameplay-wise, Titan Quest II is very much a classic ARPG, but we've got our own twists in there with like the mastery system, for example, where you merge 2 masteries into one instead of just being given classes. So you have to find these little entanglements that you can have between the 2 masteries, these synergies, and make the best use of them possible. From there, you can take your character in multiple directions. The mixed classes is something we support quite a lot, actually. But the core fantasy stuff, just a tanky warrior, of course you're gonna have that. You can take your character in many directions, and choice is at the core of our game. Your abilities will be modifiable, so each of them has like these several modifier choices that you can equip into your skill. This is our little innovation in this space. We are not going to be doing any microtransactions in this game because we don't believe in that form of monetization in general. We will be doing traditional DLCs, however. So after the 1.0 launch, we'll be putting out larger DLC packs, which will include additional chapters, so more content in general, bosses, creatures, areas, and masteries, of course. So Titan Quest 2 will be coming to Steam Early Access very soon. You can wishlist it now already, and we're looking for a summer timeline for this, and then later, the other platforms.
Titan Quest 2 is coming soon, and you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store. Wait, legendary actor Yui Lowenthal?
The Spider-Man to my MJ? What are you doing here?
Hey guys.
Hey man.
I was just, wandering the sound stages, taking in the sights and smells, and then I heard you guys making noise about video games out here, and I thought I'd join in.
Okay, well, I mean, since you're already here, why don't you take the next trailer? Well, right?
I mean, if that's okay with you guys, I don't
No, it's great. Work your magic. We'll just be over here.
All right. Well, get ready, folks, because it's time for another world premiere. This one's a follow-up to a beloved puzzle adventure that launched back in 2020.
I have seen things that should be forgotten. I've tried to escape my past. I've had enough of death and madness. But the world is changing. Some now search for answers in the far reaches of the world. For shocking secrets and dizzying marvels.
I'm pretty sure that's Yuri's voice.
For there lies upon this world of man a mocking and incredible shadow out of time.
Call of the Elder Gods, starring yours truly, is a Lovecraftian narrative puzzle adventure coming soon to PC and consoles, so get it on your wish lists ASAP.
So you weren't just wandering the lot then?
I mean, I was, but then, it's called marketing, Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Classic marketing.
Classic.
Anyway.
All right, catch you later.
Bye,
I gotta wander.
Hell yeah, thanks for coming, man. Bye. See you, bye. Okay, so while I go make sure there's no other voice actors hiding on set, we'll throw it out to some back-to-back trailers.
I'll stay here.
Free bio course. How hard could it be? Hard.
We found paradise. We got company. Who wants some? Let's haul ass.
Narrative puzzle adventure coming soon to PC and consoles, so get it on your wish lists ASAP.
So you weren't just wandering the lot then?
I mean, I was, but then, it's called marketing, Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Classic marketing.
Classic.
Anyway.
All right, catch you later.
Bye,
I gotta wander.
Hell yeah, thanks for coming, man. Bye. See you, bye. Okay, so while I go make sure there's no other voice actors hiding on set, we'll throw it out to some back-to-back trailers.
I'll stay here.
Free bio course. How hard could it be? Hard.
We found paradise. We got company. Who wants some? Let's haul ass.
It's like capture the flag on crack.
Welcome to Veil of the Witch, a turn-based tactical RPG with a roguelite twist. You play as Ash, a shipwrecked castaway with no memories and a big-ass sword.
Let's see if I remember how to use it.
5 years after a bloody civil war, you wake up trapped on a mysterious island filled with monsters, cultists, and a whole lot of zombies.
Suffice to say, this whole island is madhouse.
To stand a chance, you'll have to master each ally's unique kit, whether that's frontliner Marco, glass cannon caster Laurent, or backstabbing cutthroat Emile. All your abilities work on a cooldown, so you'll have to think smart. Soon to Xbox, PS5, and Nintendo Switch.
Can anyone hear me?
Dispatch to Unit 1. There's an ongoing fire.
Unit 1 to dispatch. Copy. Supply line ready.
Break that door open!
Let me get that sturdy Halligan first.
My clothes are about to catch fire!
Get an attack line in there!
Gotta go scout the area. Ugh, that was close.
Cat, you're good? Found one of the victims!
Please, get me out of here.
Heroes. The world is full of them.
What the frick is going on?
Sons and daughters of farmers with
They've
too
never-
much bravery and not enough wisdom.
They've never had production problems before. Like, this is bad.
What is a hero without a princess to save? Without dragons to slay? Nothing. That's where you come in. As an agent at the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs, you will ensure everything is as it should be for the hero's arrival.
Inside this cave, you'll find a necromancer who, according to our reports, is a complete and utter embarrassment to the story.
The book is titled Hellgates Anew, Your First Ritual Sacrifice.
As it turns out, putting the soul of a demon inside of a skeleton is a touch more tricky than you might imagine.
Can anyone hear me?
Dispatch to Unit 1. There's an ongoing fire.
Unit 1 to dispatch. Copy. Supply line ready.
Break that door open!
Let me get that sturdy Halligan first.
A princess to save. Without dragons to slay.
What the F? You guys said
Nothing.
IGN's is not
That's
messing
where
up?
you come in. As an agent at the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs,
You guys said IGN's is fine?
We are happy to welcome you, our newest agent, to the cause. Wishlist the Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs today.
Oh, that's one for the critters. The Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs is coming later this year.
And now for something completely different. This one's for the fans of shooters, anime, and Y2K aesthetics.
That's me.
Why is IGN's video quality so bad? Are they legit just restreaming it?
あいよ。もしもし、うん。はい。
Waifu Tactical Force is a 3v3 anime shooter coming soon to PC, but you can jump into the open playtest on Steam after the show.
Now we've got a trailer for an action platformer inspired by the ancient art of paper folding. Let's take a look at Hirogami. Hirogami is coming to PC and PS5 on September 3rd. Fold it into your wish lists on Steam and the Epic Games Store. And check out the free demo, which is available on Steam.
Yeah, I just checked.
Okay, time for an update on Eve Frontier.
I just checked. They're still having trouble with their normal stream, so we'll just stay here on IGN at the lower resolution. At least it's not skipping.
Eve Frontier is an invitation for everyone that have had the idea in their brain to make a game. And often the best way to make a game is to start and modify an existing game. We have now created an MMO server-side modding platform, and we offer an invitation to you to come and build with us. You can build tools, you can build worlds, you can do so many things. And this is a great way to start your game development adventure by sort of playing around in the amazing survival space horror sandbox we have created. When we made Team Online, we very much wanted to make a sandbox experience where most of the things and the infrastructure in the game would actually be built by players. But we did build quite a bit of it ourselves. Seeing what emerged from EVE, especially when it comes to the third-party development ecosystem, we could actually give a lot more agency to players to literally build the world. So as we go through this process of stripping down to a survival game, we are on the other hand building up an amazing modding platform. Basically what the Frontier enables third-party developers is to mod the actual server, creating additional software that both reads and writes the world state. And that, I think, will enable something truly astounding that has never been seen before. But this is very much inspired by the third-party ecosystem that is developed around EVE Online. We are basically supercharging that with the smart assemblies and the modding platform we're built into Frontier. And what we have seen so far in our various hackathons and events, and what we've just seen in the sort of builder community overall, absolutely delivers on that vision in spades.
Founder access for EVE Frontier is available now, and you can head to evefrontier.com to jump in and find out more. What's up next, Laura?
We have a brand new trailer for Formula Legends, an arcade racing game that covers the history of motorsport.
Formula Legends is racing towards release on PC and consoles, but you can play the demo now on Steam and also wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Game Store. But for now, let's keep it rolling with our Ones to Play section, which is a future game show staple. It's a montage of exciting games that you can play on Steam right after the show.
So if you like what you're looking at, don't hesitate to download a demo and dig in.
First up is Catastrophe. This is an action roguelike where you play as a kitty abducted by aliens and repel enemies with your trusty sidekick, the Star Cursor. Players can mod Polo's abilities to settle on a unique playstyle and pick their route through a series of interstellar environments.
Next up, we've got Phase Zero, a survival horror throwback with fixed cameras and immersive pre-rendered environments. A menacing illness has descended on the town of Flint Peak. Can you solve puzzles and tango with monsters to make it out alive?
Or what about Bloodgrounds? It's a gladiatorial roguelike with a city builder twist. You'll recruit, train, and command a crew of warriors in strategic turn-based battles, then develop a coastal city in the interim. Carve your name into the annals of history and spill buckets of blood in the process.
Last but not least, we've got How to Escape, Lost Submarine. With one player on PC or console and the other using a mobile companion app, you'll communicate and collaborate to complete puzzles and stop the outbreak of war. No pressure. That was our Ones to Play montage. Be sure to follow up on anything that caught your eye.
But let's keep on sailing with another exclusive trailer for a naval combat simulator set in the late 18th century.
Every voyage begins with a plan. A vision etched on parchment, foretelling glory or downfall. It is in our nature to conquer what others fear. Death and dishonor, fame and fortune. The life of a sea captain is one of duty and relentless pursuit. True riches are not in gold and jewels, but in the stories we bring back and the legend we become. We arrive, but never at our final destination. So we chart our next course. We sail. We fight. We endure. For the voyage is life. And life is the voyage. Join the crew today on Kickstarter.
Check out the funding drive for Ahoy at ahoy.gg/Kickstarter. And you can also wishlist the game on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
The Spotlight montage is up next, so say goodbye to our corporeal bodies and hello to our disembodied voices.
What Matt means to say with that gothic vocabulary is that we'll be back on stage once we've talked you through some super cool games.
That's what I meant. Flickshot Rogues is a turn-based strategy roguelike where you trade tactical trick shots for devastating damage. Across a constantly shifting cartoon peninsula, players will trigger explosive combos and commit to game-changing upgrades. It's coming to PC later this year, but you can try it for yourself ahead of time by checking out the free demo on Steam.
Now let's take a look at Under Par Golf Architect, an all-in-one simulator where you mold terrain to create world-class courses and then try them out firsthand. As well as placing the green and obstacles between, you'll manage staff, budgets, and customers on your way to crafting a golfer's paradise. It's coming soon to PC and consoles, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
Ascends to Zero is up next. It's a hack-and-slash roguelike where you play as the last surviving human of a devastated world. To help with that unfortunate predicament, you can freeze time to anticipate attacks and topple voxel monsters. Ascend to Zero is coming soon to PC, but in the meantime, you can check out the free demo on Steam and drop it onto your wish lists.
Or how about Animal Kind? This is a cozy cooperative town-building game where you play as a crew of adorable critters in mech suits. Players will use their industrial-grade opposable thumbs to scavenge the landscape for materials and establish a community of cute creatures. Animal Kind is coming soon to PC. But if you head to the Steam page, you can sign up for the alpha playtest, which is arriving in July.
Next up is Don't Wake the Beast, but the developers have sent over an intricate overview, so I'll sit this one out.
Hi, my name is Timek. I'm the game designer and producer behind Don't Wake the Beast. Don't Wake the Beast is a stealth roguelike in which your goal is to steal as many treasures as possible and run away from the beast. The tricky part is that each treasure has its weight, and the more you pick up, the more noise you generate. But when you fail, there's always another run. My game will feature 4 biomes, all with unique mechanics and beasts. It's scheduled to release in 2026.
Yeah, sorry, I should have turned that down.
We're rounding things out with Worship, a cultist simulator where you try your best to bring about the end of the world. Inspired by Pikmin, this cute and creepy multiplayer roguelite tasks you with performing blood rites and recruiting followers to please the old ones. It's coming soon to PC, and you can wishlist it on Steam.
That was our Spotlight montage. We hope you enjoyed the Summer Showcase selection. Laura?
Oh, it's time for an update on Scum, the survival shooter with poop mechanics.
What?
Not as in like they're bad, no. Just like you have to manage your bowel movements to survive.
Oh, I might actually learn something. I love video games.
Peggy 18.
from being this impoverished young man to a made man.
For Mafia, the Old Country, we moved to Unreal Engine 5, which has really enabled us to do incredible things with the characters, with the landscapes, with the cinematics. Every single aspect of the game has undergone a significant graphical upgrade.
Mafia has always been about pushing the technology of its day to do the best in cinematic storytelling and exciting narrative gameplay. It really makes what's already an emotional story even more emotional and meaningful.
We've been able to capture incredible nuances in the mocap, in the acting, in all of the character performances. That's really helped us to bring our story to life. And as a little taste of what's in store, we've got a cinematic to show which shows a key moment in Enzo's story.
Peggy 18.
Come forward. All of the men in this room are bound by blood. This is a family. And in this family, we follow a code of honor. It's a way of life, a brotherhood.
You're here because of your deeds and the assertions of those who stand at your side.
This life is one of secrecy. If you make a friend, meet a woman, they must not know about our thing.
It is binding. It is not forgiving. To betray one is to betray all. Do you wish to commit yourself, your life, to this family?
Yes, I do.
Then, before the eyes of all here present, join me. To become a man of honor, repeat these words. I swear my loyalty to this family.
I swear my loyalty to this family.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
Welcome, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo.
Benvenuto, Enzo. Benvenuto.
Salute.
Salute.
This is how I let my son borrow the car. I think it looks so good. There's so much gravity, and like that's like such an old school way of doing cinema. Long, drawn out sequences and scenes. You're just letting silence hang in the air. That was awesome.
Spark. If you haven't seen it all over social media, this is a time-hopping brawler where you solve puzzles and crush enemies across 3 distinct timelines.
Hey what's up? I'm Artem, the game director at Rogue Games, a small indie team scattered around the globe. We're making our first game, Tenet of the Spark.
The true power of the spark!
It's a cinematic action where you fight bad guys over 3 timelines. Present day, the Viking Age, and the Aztec civilization, all at the same time. You got it, right?
Sick.
Ancestor, I need you.
And it's not just for show. You have to use all 3 characters to explore, deal with tricky enemy types, and solve puzzles. It also answers questions you thought you'd never ask. Like, how the hell does this black boxer have a Viking for the great-great-great-grandpa? Or why does this train car turn into a giant rock? And the biggest question is, why did they risk a role with such a difficult project? Because we wanted to play a game where you can start with classic 1-2, then send your opponent across the arena with your hammer, switch again to pull this dude a little closer, hit him with a huge combo across all 3 timelines.
This is sick.
The hell are you?
And now we're making that game with the blood, sweat, and spark. Tenet of the Spark. You got it, right?
I got a little mini-me. Look, wash up.
We're not dropping the release date yet because we want to do it right. But we can say it's coming to both PC and consoles. Follow and wishlist Tenet of the Spark on Steam. And go look at your family album. Maybe your grandpa was a badass like mine. You never know.
No, I like that. That had a vibe.
Thank you to
I liked
Roar
it.
Games for the inside scoop on Tenet of the Spark. It's coming soon to PC and consoles, so pop it on your wish lists. All right, what have you got for us, Laura?
A first look at gameplay for Crisol, Feeder of Idols. This is a first-person horror shooter for fans of BioShock and Resident Evil. You fight creepy statues on a tormented island and use blood as your ammunition.
I'm going to pre-order it right now.
Almighty Sun, guide my path in this hour of darkness. As the shadows of the abyss close in, let your sacred light banish them.
Oh.
If I am to fall, let my flesh turn to ash, so my soul may ascend to you. Consumed in your flames for all eternity, now and forever. Crisol.
Holy moly, that was good.
You're telling me. Crisol Theater of Idols is coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 later this year, and your Steam wish lists in just a few moments, probably.
That looks great.
I hate to say it, Matt, but I think we've arrived at the final trailer.
Okay, well, how do you want to do this?
Okay, I'm thinking we both look into that camera right there,
Okay.
and we're both sad that the show's over. But it's okay, because that last trailer's really cool, and so the folks at home will be happy, and we've done a good job, I think. So, does that work?
You know, sounds perfect to me. Please enjoy our final world premiere.
Ooh, I liked it.
Yeah, it's fun.
They're nuts.
Welcome, sisters, daughters of Hortus, to these blessed halls of Porthbarrow. You have been chosen, honored to the parish, to serve the will of Mother. So come, step forward. Let us see what flowers she's given us. Such radiant blooms. So full of promise. Now, I must confess a change in plans. You shan't be entering the garden today. Take heart, faithful ones. The garden must still be tended. And tonight, you will be sown!
That's the trailer.
No, hold on. I've got something to show you. Ah, I bet you didn't expect that, did you?
Well, I want. Oh, this August. Okay.
That was your first look at Ritual Tides, a terrifying odyssey where you tango with Lovecraftian terrors. Wishlist it now because it's coming soon to PC.
We'll have the full gameplay revealed during the next Future Games show in August, so mark your calendars for that. However, that does mean we've reached the very end of this year's Summer Showcase.
Don't go anywhere, though, because FGS Live from Los Angeles airs right after this, with even more exclusive trailers, developer deep dives, and world premieres.
We'd like to thank everybody who has tuned into the Summer Showcase, as well as the Dreamweaving developers who put their all into those amazing trailers we debuted today.
And remember, you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show Steam page to wishlist your favorite games from today's show. We'll also have follow-up content on GamesRadar.com and the FGS.
Yeah, that was good. It started out really, really strong with The Expanse and then Echoes of the End. Like, they had some really, really good. They had some really, really good things to show. They did. It got a little weak in the middle. But they had some good stuff. They had some good stuff. For what they have to work with, I thought they did very, very good. I think obviously they started out really strong with The Expanse, and then Echoes of the End also looked great. I think they hurt themselves ending with the cinematic that's like, hey, we're going to show you gameplay in a couple of months. So, yeah, I'm not going to belabor it. I'm not going to hang out much longer. I'm going to go get dinner with the fam. So I appreciate you guys so much. We're going to be doing a waiting room tomorrow. Ordinarily, yeah, Crisol looked good. A lot of them looked really, really good. I thought so. So I don't have time to go back all the way back through it. But yeah, we're gonna do a waiting room tomorrow for the Xbox showcase. So we're gonna be streaming pretty much all day tomorrow. So bring the heat, bring the support, bring all the love. Smash the like button on your way out, YouTube. Appreciate you guys tuning in and hanging out for this stream. And I will see you in the morning for the Xbox Showcase waiting room, and then we'll watch that together, and then the Outer Worlds, and we'll do PC gaming show, and we'll kind of chill with members for that part. Yeah, Exholm. Yeah, the Eric's that looked incredible. Yeah, Eric's Home looked incredible. Like, unbelievable. That one's going to, like, storm into the Game Awards with those cinematics alone. I think it's going to get a lot of attention. So, yeah. All right. Appreciate you guys so much, man. We're gonna have a huge full day tomorrow, so I wasn't planning on streaming very long today. All right. Take care. Appreciate you guys so much. See you in the morning.